The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, just don't be Nicole in my games. You'll be safe. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, A Domain Divided. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi of Clan Zamitzi, who tonight will also be known as your daddy.
How can I follow that? I'm Jen of Thieves. I am playing Sunday Booth of the Hakata, and she has no idea what she's in store for her.
Hello, I'm Reen. I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
I'm House, and I'll be playing Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
And when we were with this coterie last week, Bo was gone. Apparently, they found out he's at an apartment building where there was some sort of big party going on. So as far as this coterie is concerned, he was in a bender of a party. But while he wasn't there, this coterie went to go and investigate that field where the blood had been seeping through the ground. And I think they found something they didn't expect, or maybe they did expect and just didn't like, because under the ground in this field, they found a chamber where the living world and the world of the dead overlap, where blood is dripping from the ceiling and collecting in a pool before being sent somewhere else. Then as they were there, when they went to leave, it collapsed behind them, sealed its way, as if it wanted to let them in, but didn't want to allow them afterwards to let anyone else in there. And as we're opening up tonight, this is the night after that, which would mark the third night since Bo disappeared. As the coterie has gathered, because it's a special night in more than one way. And I will let the whole coterie, minus Bo, who can arrive when he's ready, open up their scene.
Sunday, do you have any idea what's in store for you?
No clue.
Well, we can't exactly tell you much because you have to go there before we can talk to you about it. That's one of the rules. Trust, it's not just a spoken rule. It's an enforced rule. There is a a place where lots of folks of varying flavors hang out and have a good time. And that's where we are all going tonight. You have to be invited specially by Johnny. And he will pick you up at 1:15 a.m. in his kidnap van.
Oh, has she met Johnny
It is
yet?
what?
His kidnap van. It is a joke.
Have you met Johnny yet, Sunday?
I
No.
don't think so.
Oh, you are in for a special treat.
I was going to say we might need a prepper for that then, too.
He's a Bruja, independent, ally to us. And he is a lot of fun.
In his kidnap van.
He has a kidnap van. It's just a freaking white panel van. And he literally, sometimes he has free candy on it when it's new invitee night at the club. And sometimes he does other things. So no telling what he'll have on the side of the van tonight, but it's the kidnap van where he basically kidnaps people to go take them to the club so they can be inducted and have a good time.
I'm going to say that sounds like fun, but I guess we'll see.
And don't stare too much.
I mean,
It's
I
just-
was
it's just
raised
rude.
right.
Okay. Just may not get what you expect.
He is
if it
reminiscent of our
helps.
cousins.
If it helps, I don't really have any expectations. I don't know if that helps or hurts.
It absolutely helps. Expectation is the root of disappointment, so have none.
Wow, that sounds like it goes way deeper than a party.
See, I was going to take it the opposite way. You always have expectations, whether you know you have them or not.
I just want to have some fun.
That'll happen.
Absolutely.
From behind everyone, you hear, I hope you're not going to have too much fun without me.
Immediately spins.
Did you have fun without us?
Fun is not the word I would ascribe to what happened to me last night.
It's been 3 nights, Bo.
Must have been a lot of fun.
You hop into a kidnap van.
Are
Sorry.
you all right?
I was forced to go of my own free will, let's say.
So you chose to do this.
It was the safest option.
So you were coerced to do this.
Okay, you're just going to have to tell us what happened. I'm tired of us beating around the bush.
Well, as Bo tries to clear his throat. Well, you may have known, I went to go pay my final respects, or at least what respects there were to give to my father. This is a little embarrassing. And while there, I was approached again by the daughters.
See?
And they more or less required an audition. They took me to this apartment. One was her name, took this device, and we walked through a mirror. And inside the mirror was this dark amphitheater. One started singing, then a second appeared and they started singing, then more appeared and they started singing, and before I realized it, I was. And then it was done.
Does walking through a mirror sound like any magic that we would have heard of?
Intelligence occult. Anyone who wants to roll intelligence occult, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and search that too.
The weird thing is, it felt like many of the people there were human, mortal. Then one implied that when I'm ready to learn, I just need to ask. I asked what if I don't ask? And she said they wouldn't bother me, but the music already touched me and it will want to find its way out. This was something I tried to avoid, but it looks unavoidable. I apologize for not saying it soon, hence my embarrassment.
That's okay. We found where my progenitor sleeps.
And potentially another one.
Well, seems like my problems are not as large as this.
Regardless of how large they are, I'm sorry you had to deal with this.
I'm sorry, Bo, was all of that code? Because I hadn't understood a word you said.
No,
There's two daughters
Go.
of cacophony in the city, and they have a male within their trio. They call him Mr. Tenor.
Correct.
They are powerful. With their talents and abilities, they can influence emotions, moods of an area. And I'm going to be real, I witnessed them do that once, and I decided to avoid that at all costs.
I almost got ashed getting lost in the sound of the music prior to, I guess now 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
Why I've tried to avoid them since.
It sounds at this point that maybe you should learn how. It might be safer to learn than to have it keep happening beyond your control.
I mean, there is some credence to learning to master what is trying to influence you instead of letting it rule you.
You're probably right. I don't want to think about that right now.
Understood.
Doesn't make it easier.
Being made to do anything makes you not want to do it.
Pardon? Sunday?
Being made to do something makes you not want to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. As I've said many times, I just came here to cook, and that has been thwarted at almost every turn since coming to Kansas City.
Well,
but
we kind of arrived in a war zone.
yeah.
So, I get it.
There are ways to improve your mental fortitude and gifts. I would not mind showing you. Not sure if it will be enough, but it may make the difference.
Certainly not closing off that idea. Still trying to wrap my head around, it's not the first time I've, gone somewhere and been a long time and didn't realize it was a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure at some point I'll take you up on that, Rashad.
But tonight is the last night of the month for the club. And
we always seem to find the perfect night for me to go to this club.
I know,
believe
right?
The last time I went, I was in such a dandy mood.
It might help cheer you up. This time you're not having to babysit me. You have to babysit Sunday.
Nobody has to babysit me.
I believe I came out of torpor.
Yeah, you did.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is
Sunday.
On par.
But yes, so tonight is an inductee night. So Johnny is going to induct Sunday.
Oh, God, I hope he doesn't have that van.
Oh, yes, he has the van.
Well, we don't know what it'll look like exactly.
No, we don't. But
It might
he
be
has the
different.
van. But I'm going to head there a little early. I'm meeting some people. But yeah,
So you're not riding in the kidnap van?
no, I'm going to let her enjoy that experience without my influence.
We don't let her go alone, do we? That just
That's
seems
up to you all.
mean.
I just know if I'm there, Johnny will show off.
Sunday, I will
No
join you.
fun.
Sunday, I will join you. If anyone else wants to, certainly welcome.
Oh, you don't have to. I said you don't have to babysit me.
No, I think it's just as much for me as it would be for you.
Shockingly enough, Johnny is actually a gentleman. He will not harm you. But
I'm
You wouldn't
interested
let
to
me
see.
alone in the van with him if you would.
I'm interested to see what he'll think of you. He's very perceptive.
Well, now I am too.
Bo, I am glad you're okay, though.
Yeah. Again, I'm coming down from it. I'm more embarrassed that I didn't tell you all sooner. So I'm sorry for that. I was ascribing to the bury my head in the sand and I won't bother me method.
And that never works.
No.
It does sound like it escalated pretty quickly, though.
Mhm.
I mean, if
I
you
mean,
had
when they come
time.
to, when they come to me at my father's gravesite, interrupting,
Yeah, that was
paying my respects.
incredibly inconsiderate of them.
But nothing about this whole situation has been particularly considerate.
Yeah, I'm honestly a little curious what their motivations are. What do they wish to accomplish? Because they're being very pushy. They obviously want something.
It's a dangerous thing.
Like I said, I'm just curious. I'm not going to go hunting them down to find out.
I don't
I
think much hunting will be needed. I just need to ask.
The timing of this seems very intentional with Mirsha coming up. I wonder if we have 2 new players at the board.
It might be. While I'm certain they wouldn't tell me anything they don't have a desire to tell me. It may be a resource we could utilize at some point. I have zero expectation of being able to manipulate them, but if I'm forthwith, it might be a useful avenue to explore.
The music might be able to tell you things, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
music.
doesn't hopefully have the same mentality as they do. If it has one.
Might be a day or two before I listen again.
Take whatever time you need.
We're here for you.
I know.
The kids have missed your cooking, though.
Appreciate it. Anyway, okay, let's go. Okay, club time.
We'll
Wanna see
find you
me-
some strapping wolf to sink your fangs into. It'll be fine.
Maybe multiple.
There's someone I want to talk to who I believe has a good chance of being there.
Good.
Interesting fella. And not Vladimir interesting, if you catch my
Yeah, I
drift.
get your drift.
Um,
All right. Well, I will see you all when you get there. Is anyone coming early with me, or are you all going to ride with Sunday?
I will join you, Miss Wigosi.
Okay.
when does that mean you're joining us?
I will join you all.
Fantastic.
See you all soon.
So
See you there.
as Rashad and Katarina goes out, do you all, Sunday, what are you wearing tonight, Sunday? So that I want to see if anyone has any comments about your outfit.
She has a very limited wardrobe. We're like thrifted like t-shirts and like some jeans, like basic.
Sunday, I mean, no offense when I ask this, but Gwen, do you have anything that Sunday could borrow?
I do, but I don't know if I have anything here.
For what?
Let me
This isn't a jeans and t-shirt kind of place.
Let me check.
Hmm.
And she'll kind of like go like look through her car. I don't have anything.
That's right.
What kind of place is it?
Unique.
You might just have to experience it.
I'm sure you won't
You won't
stand out, even though you're not dressed the way the rest of us are. I mean, there'll be people who are dressed.
as my mama might have said it, it's a highfalutin place.
Oh, I don't go to many of those.
Well, when you roll with us, you might start.
Well,
I mean, we can try and I'm sure we can find like a pair of scissors or something.
No, she's fine. Let her be
I mean,
comfortable.
if there's a dress code, I don't want to disrespect the
Oh
place.
no,
Not
it's
a dress
not.
code.
No,
Not a dress code.
Definitely not a dress code.
Not a dress code.
No, it might be good that you're comfortable tonight.
And you might end up
That's
changing there, maybe.
Yeah.
neither of those things are super reassuring.
Sunday, we would not put you in danger.
Oh, I believe that.
If I could get through it, you can get through it. It was a struggle. I'll be honest, like in the beginning, it's overwhelming. If you're not used to that type of thing. But
Gwen, I love you. You're great. You're not helping.
I find it better to be prepared and know these things, but okay. I won't tell you more. Just
We might just need to rip the
throw you
Band-Aid
in
off.
it.
Yeah. Throw her into the deep end.
So, as 115 approaches and you're waiting out front of the Coterie Haven, a white van pulls up. Now, painted on the side of it in neon pink spray paint are the words, "Molesters busy, please touch yourself." As the door opens up, and Sunday, the guy behind the wheels, he's red tonight. And I say red, he's red tonight. And he's got a set of horns that he's shaved off. He kind of looks like Hellboy. He's cut them off at the front.
Well, I guess that's the van.
This the new one? Get in.
All right. She'll get in.
When
Is
you
that the
hop,
work Cat did?
yeah, they'll regrow in the morning. It's okay.
Okay, I was gonna say she might be upset you cut them off.
Oh, they regrow. That's the thing. They're part of me now, so I can grow them and cut them, grow them and cut them.
Does it hurt?
Just a little. What's pain though? Pain lets you know you're alive. Sometimes it makes you scream, but it's okay. You know, I have that effect on people sometimes.
Making them scream?
Yeah.
You don't seem very scary to me.
Johnny is never scary.
There's more than one way to make someone scream.
I
Someday.
would say, I don't think we have to worry about him making anyone scream with his horns that tiny.
That's not the important horn there, Maverick. Don't worry about that. Well, come on, Belle, hop in.
Gwen hops in.
Right?
Yep.
As you get in, you notice there's no windows. There is a seat, thankfully, one bench seat in the back. You're pretty sure those are tie rings at the top where you can tie somebody up in the back of the van. When they called it a kidnap van, it's pretty close. I mean, it's a kidnap van, okay? As a matter of fact, sitting in the floorboard in front of you is a black bag and a pair of headphones. But before you get pulled off, Johnny turns back and look, this is fresh meat night. So here's how it's going to work. You have to put the bag and the headphones on. When you arrive, you're going to meet some people. You're going to learn the rules. And you have to agree or disagree. Now, if you agree, it's all good. If you disagree, you leave and we'll never get another invite. This is one chance, one time only. And Belle, you look like you could use some loosening up. I think you should agree.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Belle.
Your nickname.
Oh,
Southern Belle, right? The belle of the ball.
once upon a time.
A little bit of danger in there. Maybe belladonna.
I don't know what that is.
It's poisonous.
Bell.
Good actually giggles at that.
It's poison.
Oh,
Bo rifles through his pockets and pulls out Rashad's card and says, Johnny, I have a strong feeling that if you're not represented, you really should be. Please take this.
He takes it,
Who would
looks at it,
ever
and he
threaten
grins,
Johnny?
and then he eats it. I'll save
No
that
one
for
would-
later. I'll pull it back out if I need it.
No one's gonna threaten Johnny.
Yeah, the police don't mess with me anymore after I roughed up 9 or 10 of them.
Just in case.
Well, let's get going. Put the bag on. The rest of you, you don't have to put the bag on. You know where we're going tonight.
just shrugs, sits in the middle of not on the bench, just on the floor.
Okay, do you put the bag and the headphones on?
Yeah.
You can't see shit. The vehicle starts driving. Now, for the other two, yeah, it's as you suspected. Johnny does a lot of circles around the buildings, around the city. He drives across the train tracks a couple dozen times, takes some dirt roads that go nowhere, drives back and forth again. But this time he's taking you to the location you know of, which is on the north side of the city. It's not the apartment building, but it's in that general area. That's where the party is tonight. The club is located there this half of the month. And I mean, you feel the vehicle moving. That's all you can feel. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. But then the vehicle stops moving. And Johnny gets out and he opens the door and he takes Sunday by the hand, and you can feel him tugging your hand to help guide you out of the vehicle.
Yep. Just gonna stay put until prompted to move.
And when you get out of the vehicle, suddenly the bag and the headphones are just, they're gone, whisked from your head. And you're in a circular room with, I swear to God, they're Roman marble columns all the way around the room. And in this room, there's a settee with it looks antique for sure, but it's upholstered in a bright purple. Now, Gwen, it's not the same color it was last time for Gwen and Rashad, or Gwen and Bo. It's a different color tonight. But you recognize the man on it. He's thin, black-haired. Tonight he's wearing a leisure suit. Looks straight out of the 70s. And beside him, on what appears to be a throne, there's a woman in a Puritan's dress is the only way to describe it. It goes all the way to her collar, right under her chin, all the way down to the floor, where you don't even see ankles or anything, just old shoes sticking out from under it. And tonight, there's a third person in the room on the third of the chairs. This one is a woman. She's got shoulder-length, chestnut-colored hair. Rather good looking, but she's just sitting there leaning back with an appraising look on her face. But the man is the one who gets up and moves. He's got grace, but it seems like everything he's doing is elaborate and dramatic at once. But he doesn't speak. It's the third person, the woman, the one not in a puritanical outfit. Is this the new inductee? And Johnny goes, this is the new one, Belle. And then the guy goes, welcome to the fun, to the greatest place on earth. I am the muse. She is the muse. And she is the muse. I will always be as I am. And he points to the third woman. She shows up when she feels like it. That one there. And he points at the woman in the middle in the puritanical dress. She isn't always the same person. And for Gwen and Bo, it's not the same woman. This one, she has long white, like stark, pure white hair. She will be different. Johnny has spoken for you. Do you wish to join us?
Y'all sure know how to set an atmosphere. Yeah. Seems fun.
Once you agree, you will never be able to discuss with anyone who has not been here of the events you see. But I
Okay.
must give you the rules. Rule number 1. And he does a dramatic bow with his finger up. You will never be able to discuss what happens here with someone who has not been here and you have not seen here. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2. Violence that is not asked for is not allowed. If this rule is broken, you will pay the price, for it will get visited upon you by your own beast. Does not mean no violence. I'm sure you understand violence that is not asked for, because you will find there are those in here who enjoy receiving pain, giving pain, and violence in general. But it must be consensual, lest it taint the experience. Rule number 3. You will be unable to tell anyone how to get here or where it is located. This party moves every month. It is only active during the second half. Very few individuals can give people an invite. Mr. Johnny is one of them. He is special. And Johnny gets a big grin. You got that right. Do you have any questions? Now is the time to answer before you take the vow.
So many questions, but not about the rules.
Any questions at all about any of it?
No.
Oh, Johnny, you brought us a fresh one tonight. This will be interesting. And the woman in the puritanical dress, she looks over and her eyes, you notice, are pure black, like complete black. It's delicious. She will be delicious. I can taste it already.
Thanks.
And then the woman speaks again. You must repeat after me. I submit to the rules of this house, and by the laws of Karen, they are bound to me.
I submit to the rules of the house, and by the Karen, they are bound to me.
And you feel it. Something hits you. Your whole soul reverberates at once. Your beast vibrates, you vibrate, and it settles into your bones. And you see the woman's eyes flash from black to red. The contract is written, and the contract is bound.
Well, I felt real tingly.
And you see the woman that hasn't spoken, the third muse, who just cocks her head a little bit and looks at you and nods slightly.
Hi.
Well, Johnny, you must put her back in the van and so she can be properly introduced. You are the last of the inductees for the night, which means it's time for me to join the party.
Well, I hope you have a good time.
I always am having a good time. You could say I'm ecstatic about a party. And the third muse rolls her eyes. Yes, that's the same joke he told before to Gwen and Bo. And Johnny goes, come on, Belle. I'm back in the vehicle.
Oh, okay. Falls back to the van.
And when you get back in the van, Gwen and Bo get in it too. You got to put the hood back on. You'll understand why.
Sure.
And when you put the hood on, you don't feel the van move, but you suddenly start hearing music increasing in volume, getting louder and louder. And it's a dance beat, but it is vibrating the whole vehicle. And then, Johnny, you hear a door open because you don't have the headphones on. And you hear the van doors open. And he says, go ahead, take your mask off. Break off the bag.
Yep.
And when you pull it off, Johnny is standing there in a pair of assless chaps. With a name tag stapled to his chest that says, hello, my name is Ask Your Mom.
Well, an introduction's real polite.
And he turns and you see there's a club on the other side of the van doors. Fresh meat! And he dives off the platform where the vehicle is kept, just dives off the end of it and is gone. In the whole crowd, you hear screams of Johnny. You hear other echoes of fresh meat. And it is a mass of bodies. Tonight, there's maybe 200 or 300 people here. Quick guess. Now, Kat and Rashad, I don't know what activities you're up to. Remember, we have to be careful about Twitch toss.
Be careful with Twitch toss, but yes.
But I'm sure Kat and Rashad have been having a good old time, but they heard the fresh meat call and saw the van descending from the ceiling on the platform.
Oh, yeah, Kat hollers out fresh meat. There is a cat sitting on her lap that she is petting.
Cat with a cat. Rashad, do you yell fresh meat or are you busy?
No, he watches. I would say he's somewhere between the ghosty areas and not ghosty areas and just keeping an eye on his cousin.
Now, you see some of the weirdest things as you're looking out over this crowd. There is a 9-foot tall, well, it's kind of terrifying to you because you've seen an abomination. This is not an abomination. He is not white, but it is a 9-foot tall man-wolf monstrosity strutting on the dance floor, dancing. And he's dancing with what has to be 2 4-foot tall women. 2 of them dancing with him. Every once in a while, one like scales his back and like dances from his shoulders and then climbs back down. It's a sight.
Bo, for the record, the other party last night wasn't anything like this.
That I was not at a party like this or at all last night.
Yeah.
Or the night before. Or the night before.
You see why we couldn't really describe it to you.
I don't have the words either.
So what are you gonna do?
I mean, I guess I'll go meet some people.
As was stated, nothing can happen that you don't give consent to.
Okay.
So if you're not vibing with something, say so.
May I recommend the fairy dust if you want to loosen up?
Like,
Gwen, there's somebody you recognize beelining to the van already. You can see him through the crowd.
I'm guessing it's Dre.
Yeah, African-American. He's shirtless tonight. But when he sees you, suddenly there's a face of Gwen that seems to be migrating around his shoulders, like moving from one shoulder to the other and back and forth in like a signal. Gwen, dear, come on, parties, come on, hey.
I was gonna give you a hug until you pulled that trick.
Would you rather I have someone else's face on me tonight? I can arrange for that too.
How about Sundays? She's nervous. It's her first time.
And he looks over at you, Sunday, and then he closes his eyes a second, and it's an exact copy of you on his moving from shoulder to shoulder. It just kind of rolls, and then it rolls back. I have not met you. Hello, Sunday. I am Dre. Well, Andre, but Dre.
well, hi, Dre. Nice to meet you.
Oh, she is fresh, isn't she? You know, Mr. Footkins over there, he's got some new stuff in. New batch, he said.
Gosh,
Mr.
are you making a commission off of this?
No. But, I mean, we've got a new one here, and it's always fun to watch the new ones.
That's what I said.
Remember your first time here?
I honestly think it would help her.
Have you ever wanted to taste colors and see the music?
Honestly, never occurred to me.
It's a new experience. You'll see brand new things you never thought possible. And I'm not talking your face rolling back and forth.
I mean, I do like new things. I kind of want to poke the face. What would happen?
I'd probably giggle.
So just reaches a hand out and poke.
And he does a giggle. And then you notice that it's now stuck to your finger. Because when you pull your hand back, your face is on the end of your finger. Just it's not like physically there, it just looks like it.
This face is wild.
Oh, she doesn't realize I can do that out of here.
Yeah, the thing is, he can do that anywhere. I've been thinking about trying to learn that.
Wouldn't be cheap.
I know.
I know I got a reputation as being cheap, but I'm not that cheap.
I mean, it wouldn't be the same as yours. I could figure it out other ways, but...
But it's not as fun, is it? Come on, you've got to try this stuff. It's up to you. Your choice, Sunday.
Maybe you can convince Bo to do it with you.
Bo, you've had a really rough time.
I have something else in mind.
Oh.
But next time. I promise.
Now, I'm going to let Kat and Rashad know. You've been here a little while. You've not seen Becky here tonight at all. She's not been around. Tanya is wandering the place, which seemed kind of odd to you given what you know about her. But then again, she is the one who brought Johnny here. She's one of the ones who can invite people. You've seen Charlie from Mr. Dillon's restaurant. She's in the place tonight. All of your supernatural contacts, I will say, are here if you wish to talk to any of them. Johnny is looking.
Cass is currently on her lap.
Yeah. Johnny's looking for Kat running through the place.
And she's just sitting there chatting with some of the other supernaturals in the group that are kind of into the things she's into. And
he's having trouble getting to you because he keeps getting stopped.
Because it's a good little pet.
Is there any sort of like attendant around?
I mean, there's places you can get liquor that you're not sure you'd call them attendants, but
I would say ingredients.
What kind of ingredients? I mean, you can get all kinds
Stuff
of
for tea.
Sure.
Bo will ask for a very specific list of ingredients for him, and then a bunch of nasty old mushrooms. Like not drug mushrooms, like just gross
The
mushrooms.
one you ask for disappears suddenly. I mean, they were there, they nodded to you, and then they were not there anymore. You didn't see them.
Oh, and he just kind of yells out into the ether. A kettle of hot water and 2 teacups, please.
Rashad, what are you doing tonight while you're there? We know Kat's got a pet.
Rashad is going to either look for any cousins, or he's going to go and spend time with his contact.
Okay. I mean, nobody here has any Giovanni tattoos on him or anything, so it's hard to tell if you're actually cousins. But the burned man definitely is, and he's in physical form here. He does look like a burned man. Anyone who saw Beetlejuice, the guy who died from cigarettes at the end that was sitting there on the couch, he kind of looks like that. He looks like he burned up.
Could I do a kindred iconography for Rashad? Maybe someone's wearing something that might indicate...
Sure. While you're doing that, Sunday, where are you going?
I'm going to accept the new experience first.
So are you going to go try the recommended stuff that Dre said to go touch?
Yeah.
And as you're heading that way, Charlie is, you find her at a bar, leaned forward on the bar. with somebody carving her back. She's getting intricate vines carved all the way up her back.
Just kind of wave. No other questions.
And she just looks over and just waves at you a bit. Gwen, you take her right over to, Mr. Footkins.
Yeah, probably.
He's called that because he's got big feet that he sets above the table. I mean, gigantic feet for such a small guy.
I'm going to use a willpower.
Okay. Four. You're looking for things of Hakata. There is a man with dreads that maybe.
I'll gesture to Rashad. I can't get a good look, but that might be a cousin of yours. As I'm waiting for the attendant.
Do I know who this person is?
No,
Have
you've
I
never seen
recognized
them
this
before.
person?
They've not even showed up in the Giovanni domain at all.
Perhaps I will go and see. Maybe if used to meet a new individual.
Gwen, when you and Sunday get over to Mr. Footkins, there's vials lined up on the table. There's red, blue, green, and there's one that's like purple sparkly. Gwen,
How are you?
new batch. Purple haze.
Perfect. New batch for a new person. And she kind of gests over to Sunday.
Hi.
That's the fresh meat. Oh, yes, yes. Are we sure the purple haze will be good for? That might be too much. Maybe you should go for the green fields.
I don't know what any of this means.
I mean,
Okay.
I haven't tried the purple haze. I don't know the intensity. But you're probably right.
She's new. What the hell? Give her some purple haze. She'll open up quick.
I'm not scared.
Brave. I like it. I like
Never
it.
tell him that.
And he
I'm not
pulls
gonna
out the purple
lie.
haze and he dumps some on the table. Not scared, huh? Okay. And he grabs some of the blue and drips some of that dust on top of it. Snort it, eat it. It don't matter. Just get it inside yourself.
Just like reach out, get some on her finger and lick it.
The room just ripples. And when I say ripples, I mean the whole room just starts waves. And then you realize the whole room is vibrating to the music. Like you can see the music echoing off everything. Even everybody's skin seems to be dimpled from the music as it moves through. And then the euphoria hits you. And you had a interesting life at various points. You've never been high like this ever.
Kind of
How does-
absently keeps licking her finger for a second and rubs it on her pants.
How does Sunday seem to be handling it? Like, what's your outward expression?
Wide-eyed wonder.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna probably try some too then.
Okay. Gwen, you know your drugs. This is good shit. You know this is... Now, do you do more than just a finger lick?
That depends. Are there people instigating or watching?
I mean, Dre is watching you.
Then yeah, I should probably do more.
Uh,
She has a reputation to keep.
Everyone starts vibrating, Gwen, and you can see the colors around them. It's almost like you can see everybody in the room's aura at once. It's a mass of colors, but it's a hell of a show. It's like a light show right there for you. And while you two are jamming out on that, Bo, the person you asked reappears. They just kind of fade in all of a sudden with a tea kettle, some mushrooms, and some dry loose tea with one of the little tea, I forget what, the sifters to put it in? Diffuser, there you go.
I will take one of the tea kettles and just chip it on the wall. And I will go back to the room where I first met Eustace, my changeling contact.
Okay. Eustace is back there. Eustace, pale skin, long stringy hair that's kind of, it's patchy, not missing spots. It's just real thin. Hello, Bo.
I know I'm not quite to your standard for high tea, but I was wondering if you'd be willing to share a cup with me.
I'm always willing to share some tea. And her voice is raspy, and I'm going to talk louder for the stream so people can hear me, but she's not talking very loud. She's hard to hear over all the music.
I imagine the room is designed for some peace. So like if
it is, but the music
door,
still reaches in because there's no way to stop it all.
Yeah. I'll lay the tray down. Some tea for me and some mushrooms for you. Tea.
I like that. Well, what tea did you get though? Maybe I'll try some of your tea.
It's mushrooms, but of a higher quality. I wanted to be on. I mean, I know how you. I remember how you like your tea. But I wanted to try and at least be on par a little bit with my tastes.
I'll try it. It's something different.
Oh, well, by all means, and I'll pour a glass. I'll let it soak and pour him a cup.
And we're going to flash over to Cat. Johnny has found you, and he looks at the cat on your lap. Watch out for that one. He's going to be looking for a litter box before long. And he gets a grin, and the cat just looks at him. You can see the cat's not impressed.
Johnny, do not insult my pet.
It's not an insult. Don't worry. Cat'll fuck me up if, I get out of line. They know I like it. I have the open rule. I'm always consenting to violence.
Oh, Avery, I'll catch up with you later. And she kind of eases the cat down off her lap and gets up and says, "So, what's up, Johnny?"
And he looks down. What, don't you like the outfit, the assless chaps? And he spins around and shakes his ass.
Oh, she slaps his ass. Hard.
I'm going for a Hellboy look, tonight.
I can tell.
I'm getting into, I've done the golf thing. I've done the baseball thing. Now I'm going for the superhero thing this week.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah,
Having an identity crisis?
No, it's just fun. I punched a dude the other night and tell me it's clobbering time.
Oh, I'm sure that was fun.
Well, it wasn't for him.
But it was for you.
My caddy wasn't happy because he's not the caddy now.
Is he ever happy?
Well, he didn't want to become the sidekick. Now he's the sidekick.
Oh.
I told him he's my Robin. I'm his Batman. He, didn't like that one. So I told him, yeah, but I'm Batman.
Wow. Batman's only superpower is money.
I've got that. It's good.
Just saying.
Yeah, but look at that. Look. I'm Hellboy tonight.
Yeah.
I'm infernal.
Yeah, you are.
So you knew when that you sent me. Oh.
You like her, don't you?
Oh, she's, yeah, there's something lurking under her. She's something wild in her. I can just feel it when I'm near her.
Uh-huh.
She's going to be fun to break in.
Be careful. That's all I'll tell you. Be careful.
Careful's not in my vocabulary.
Oh, I'm aware. Shall we go have some fun?
Oh, yes, of course we shall.
And she'll escort him to some of the playrooms.
The playrooms.
Mm-hmm.
The orgy. Yeah. That's all we'll put it.
Yep.
Rashad, the burned man is sitting there smoking a cigarette. And when you come over, he's like, you know how hard it is to get these on the other side? But I come here. I can smoke these all I want.
Didn't know you could still do that.
Oh, you can get them over there. There's not many. They're really valuable, too. Somebody tried to make them once. Turns out smoking other dead people don't work very well.
I imagine it wouldn't be pleasant. Perhaps we can come to some sort of agreement for more of them.
You gonna send some over the other side? Man, that shit's like prison over there when it comes to cigarettes.
I imagine it would be similar, but yes, if you want, it shouldn't be too difficult.
I have to arrange something, then have them come over, they won't last long. Anything you bring over don't last long because it's an emotional thing, I think. But, a regular supply would help out for sure.
We'll have to look into alternatives. There's always a way if you're enterprising enough, I suppose.
I'm good at that.
I'm told you are good at quite a few things.
That's what they say. I just know too much shit gets me in trouble all the time.
And yet you do not make any attempt to not know things.
If you don't know, you're an idiot. Got to know everything. That's the goal. Know it all. Look, I have eternity, I think, to learn everything I can. I know what fire feels like. See, I learned something.
And that was a lesson that seemed to have cost you quite a bit.
It did. But there's worse things I could have done. I got a buddy.
Can you tell me about your world recently? Has there
What
been
do you
any
wanna know?
changes?
Changes. I mean, it's fucked up. Everything's decaying. Everything's falling apart. Specters are running loose. There's storms constantly. What else? I heard rumors that over in Milwaukee, some shit went down. Citadel fell.
Your kind?
I don't know. I mean, if you believe the rumors, it was the Lady of Fate, but she don't come out of her damn tower ever. So
Interesting. So besides the cigarettes, what brought you here tonight?
I was hungry. Man, this is a cornucopia of just emotion. Whatever you need to feed on, it's here. I'm just taking a break. I'm sated a bit. Plus, my other half was kind of getting antsy. He was getting too fed. Even he won't break the rules here, but I don't need him getting too built up, worked up.
Have you encountered any other necromancers recently?
Not recently. I mean, look, I try to avoid your kind when I'm not in here. I have no desire to tag up with you all in getting into forced acts that some of your kind are known to do, like the other one in the city.
Fair enough. I'll imagine with your resourcefulness, it wouldn't be too much of a problem.
I just don't let them find my shit. That's the secret.
If it is easier said than done.
Yes and no. It's all a matter where you hide it. It's like drugs, man. If you hide them in the right place, the cops will never find them.
I assure you, as a lawyer, that is very rarely true.
And I assure you, as a dead person, it's very true on this side.
And I wish you luck in hiding things in the future.
You know, if you ever want to know anything, you know, I got a unique view on things.
Let me know if any places seem to not be around.
I can tell you that already. There's this field towards the east side town. Don't go there.
Do you know why?
Well, yeah, we disappear. Or the drones get you.
Thank you.
You know, that's what I got. Gwen and Sunday, you're high as fuck. I mean, high. But actually, I think we're going to go break right here real quick before we go to the next scene, because we've got more scenes to do tonight in this place. We're not leaving yet, everybody. We will be back in 10 minutes. I want to make sure we get a break here about the middle before we go to the next parts, because there's shit going down in this place. Nothing bad, because, well, nothing bad can happen here. So see you all in 10 minutes, everybody. And welcome back. Before the break, well, Bo had talked about where he was. For him, he only thought he was gone one night. He was gone 3, but he auditioned for the daughters. But it was also inductee night for Sunday, who is high as a damn kite at this place. And as we come back, Sunday has been inducted. Gwen has also taken her over to the Fey purveyor of, we'll call it fairy dust. It's distilled glamour in this place. One of the few places you could just have it on the table. Rashad was talking with the Burning Man. Bo is talking with another Fey. One with a raspy, kind of creepy voice, stringy hair. For those that are, you know, no changeling, there's a Slua Bo is talking with. Kat is with Johnny in the playrooms. But as we come back, we're coming to Gwen and Sunday. Sunday, you just saw Kat go by, going from one of the playrooms to the other playrooms on Johnny's shoulders backwards. And his horn stubs are on the back of his head now.
And she's using them as handholds. She's definitely putting his smart mouth to work.
We'll go with that. And he's stumbling into people because he can't see a goddamn thing.
It's also steering, and Kat's just not
Kat's
caring.
steering by looking over her shoulder.
Uh-huh.
You know what? She deserves a good time.
She has a lot of fun here.
I feel like I forgot what it was like to be sad.
Were you sad?
Not tonight.
But before?
Like in my life? Sure.
I don't know much about you, Sunday.
As like they start talking, Sunday just kind of like leans into Gwen's shoulder.
Okay, as she sees you like leaning, she's like, okay, come on. And she's going to... Where's Dre at right now?
He's following you right now, but if you tell him you need time, he'll, you know, he's respectful about that stuff.
No, it was... Okay, she's gonna take you to the card tables then.
Okay.
Because there's chairs there, and you can all sit down. And I imagine there's not a lot of room. But she goes and imagine there's a card table there, and she just goes and she plops on some guy's lap, and she like gestures to like a person next to him and tells you to do the same, just because all the chairs are full. Come on, they don't mind.
Do you look at whose lap you plop in before you plop?
Me?
Yeah.
It's Max.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, no, it's Max. She doesn't know who Sunday's plopping in, though. She doesn't care.
Sunday's going to stop to introduce herself. Like, hey, I'm going to sit there.
And Max, from the tuft of Gwen's hair, Max, it kind of blows her hair out of the way.
Hi, Max. I'm Sunday.
I got
Wait,
my
wait,
good
hold
luck
on.
piece here. Gwen's the good luck piece.
Damn right. Why were you sad?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
Why were you sad?
Well,
You were just telling me about why you were being sad before.
Oh, I just meant like it's hard to imagine being sad right now.
Well, I don't know anything about you, so you should tell me everything.
She just sits on neighboring guy. Introduction forgotten. What do you want to know?
Where'd you grow up?
Georgia?
I've never been to Georgia. What's it like?
Hot. It's real hot and humid. She just starts petting the random man's head.
He's got a hat on. He's got a top hat. You're just patting the top hat.
Okay.
Max, she's not answering questions enough.
Look, I'm trying not to lose my pants in this game.
Are you getting caught cheating? Then you aren't playing right.
I'm not getting caught. Not yet. And he looks over.
And she tries to help. Conversation forgotten, and probably makes things much worse for him because drugs.
The guy across from the table is a Nosferatu. And he's sitting there. You won't catch me cheating. It's okay.
Oh, really? I mean, we've all cheated here. I have a hard time believing you haven't. And we're going to do her lore sheet, because her lore sheet isn't actually ability. It's just disarming.
Yeah, the Nosferatu kind of looks like he has stone for skin, kind of actually scaly, almost dragon-like. A very odd Nosferatu. You gonna use your lore sheet, which you try to get him to, what, reveal something?
Yeah, reveal a secret.
Okay.
Probably where he's cheating at in the game. Or something else, I guess, if he wishes, but...
What do you got to roll for that? Let me look this up.
It's just,
That's not the one. Let me see. It's this one here. You got to do difficulty to tell the truth. That's true way. That's trust me. I think it was discerning though, isn't it?
No, because that's a merit. Where are my lore sheets at? Oh, here they are. I think it's trust me.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a manipulation. Manipulation. But you got to kind of use empathy. It says, but you want to do it manipulation insight. That'll work because there's no empathy roll on this sheet. This isn't V20.
Yeah. Detect lies.
Sure.
And I will surge. I know all his secrets.
Let's see what you get real quick.
1, 2, 3.
3. I know you're going to willpower that. Go ahead. 4. The guy looks over the Nosferatu. I've been alive longer than that schmuck over there. He'll never catch me. Been alive longer than this one over here and that one over there. None of them will catch me. I don't even have to use illusion to do it.
Does she know what that means or what he's alluding to?
Oh, you've seen Dre use illusions nonstop.
Oh.
But this is a
no,
Nosferatu.
No, like know what he's doing, what he's alluding to that he's
Oh, yeah,
doing.
you're probably sure. But you've never heard of a Nosferatu doing it.
Mm-mm. She's gonna keep an eye out to see when she's using it. Oh, she doesn't have auspex. She can't see through it.
Mm.
She tells Max he's using illusions. I don't know when though. I can't see them.
Max, like, he's not. I know he's not. Goddamn hands are faster than anybody I've seen. And the Nosferatu looks over and just, that's why they call me Snatcher.
Hmm. But we called you out on it.
Got
That's
no.
what you're doing.
Fine then. And he stands up and he pulls his shirt off, throws it on the table. He won't
Good
catch
looks
me
on
again
Sunday.
because
Gwen looks at
Sure.
Sunday to see her reaction.
Just a little confused. My daddy would burn me alive if he saw me here.
and Max just looks at you. Well, what your daddy don't know won't hurt, will it?
Won't hurt me anyway.
I don't think you would let anybody hurt you. Not now, anyway.
Nah. Not now. Well, that's not true. Sometimes people hurt me.
Consensually?
Well, I mean it that way.
How do people hurt you still?
You know, I get hurt all the time. People hurt my feelings. People kick my butt. It doesn't really matter. You either win or you learn something, right?
That's when the guy that Sunday you've been sitting on his lap. Neither one of y'all got a look of his face. When he lifts his head up, Sunday, you realize you're sitting on Mirsha's lap.
Oh, shit.
But we're going to stop right here. We're going to flash over to Kat. Kat, Tanya actually sees you and Johnny. Can I hop on the other side of that? Can we sandwich him?
And literally, Kat just leans back, reaches out a hand, and pops her up.
And all Johnny, you hear him just kind of grumble and something about good thing I don't have to breathe.
Damn straight. Now keep that mouth working.
And Tanya just gets a grin. It's my night off.
Good. We all need those sometimes.
Especially me. Boss man's got the reins tonight.
Good. I have a rule. I don't deal with business here.
Okay. Well, if you go about 2 more rooms down, we'll find some serious not business up in there.
She looks down to Giant. You heard the lady. And grabs his horns and steers him that way.
And he just stumbles through people. And now he's a big dude. He can carry the weight.
Yeah. Because
but
Tanya's a little thing anyway.
yeah, she is. And he just barrels through people. Some get out of his way. Some don't. Some make comments about, wonder if they can fit onto the pile. But nope. We're going to flash over to Bo. Eustace is drinking your tea. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Different.
Good, different.
There's an earthiness to it. An earthiness I like.
The idea.
It's good to try stuff like that once in a while. I'll have to have you cook me another dinner some night.
Anytime.
It is hard for me to be around your kind, but I will make sacrifices
With
if
respect.
the meal is creative enough.
With respect, it is a little challenging me being near you as well. So I think it is fair trade.
That's good. Your clan have a little less banality than others. You at least try to be creative.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a challenge to scratch that itch these days, though.
Don't give it up, though.
No, oh, never. That's unlife's calling.
That's good. You're very good. You don't seem to enjoy the party as much as other people.
The 2 times I've been here, including tonight, have come off not my best nights. So it's been hard to get in the mood for fun.
I enjoy coming here, but I don't party and partake like the rest of them. Even here, I seem to upset people or make them feel edgy.
That's their problem.
Yes, it is. But it is fun to watch.
I mean, if you can't enjoy laughing at other people's bigotry, then
I laugh at the stupid things they do. Even
some
here,
call it stupid, some call it a release.
everywhere and everything has consequences, even here. Yet people forget that.
Yeah. Just recently, I tried to bury my head in the sand and didn't work out so well.
That never works.
You're the
Ever.
second person that's told me that tonight.
Well, at least somebody understands.
Yeah.
Face reality head on. Look for the joy in it and the uniqueness, the beauty it brings. But
I try.
don't fool yourself. Always know what is real and what is not.
Not always easy.
No, and this comes from someone who has walked the dreaming. It is not always real, not easy to tell.
After we met, I'm sure you looked into me. You know a little bit about me, probably more than I'd be comfortable with you knowing.
I tend to obsess about things like that.
So I'm sure you know about my brother.
I know about him. I will not go near that one.
Yeah.
He caught a boggin not long ago.
What was that?
He caught a boggin not long ago.
So he does have the ability to impede your kind.
Oh, yes.
Shit.
Don't know how.
Admittedly, there goes half the reason I wanted to talk to you, but that's still information worth knowing.
It could have been worse. He could have got a knocker.
Any idea what he's been doing with them?
No. I avoid him. He is more of your problem. As long as we can avoid him, we will.
For someone of your immense curiosity, it must be pretty bad then.
Yes. I'm not a fighter. Not a lover either. I am a scholar.
So your curiosity doesn't reach the levels of the cats then.
Oh, no. But I learn a lot of things.
Anything worth sharing?
Depends on what you'd like to know.
I think you know what I need to know more than I do, probably.
Would you like to know a secret about what they call the labyrinth?
Would it cost me more than a meal?
No.
Then yes, please.
They say your labyrinth changes shape, changes positions. changes what it is. Do you know
Are they
why?
correct? Why is that?
Because the architect, as you call him, learned how to tap the dreaming. That's why its shape is never the same.
Is there a way we can learn to navigate it?
Yes, there are my kind who know the dreaming. The difficult part is convincing them to help you.
Any insights or tips?
No. I'm sorry to tell you, but my kind don't like your kind at all.
I mean, if you and I can have a conversation.
Yes, but if not for this place, we would have never talked.
Still something.
But I'm sure there are others who might be able to help with that knowledge. You know, it doesn't have to be our kind. There are those that can travel the spirit realm who are not Fae.
Ghosts?
No, ghosts are trapped on their spirit realm. I have heard rumors that the lupine can do it. I have heard rumors that there are even some, I believe they call themselves the Awakened, that can do it. But let's finish our tea.
Yes.
Okay, Reap, you're gonna, as you two are continue to drink tea. Rashad, what are you doing after stalking to the Burning Man?
I will go and look for that person that Bo mentioned.
Okay, you find him. He's at the bar. He's drinking something clear.
Good evening.
Good evening. And he's got an accent. I'm not going to do the accent because I'm not like that, but he's got a Caribbean accent for sure.
Do you mind if I join you?
It's a free club. Open bar.
I shall take a seat. My name is Rashad Giovanni, if you don't mind if I ask yours.
Giovanni.
Indeed.
Mm. A cousin, then, of a distant branch. I don't go much for names. You can just call me Malcolm. I am of the Baron's line.
I've heard interesting rumors about you and those cousins. Have you rejoined the family?
But yes, that's why I don't look like a corpse anymore. It's quite shocking, to tell you the truth.
I had heard. If you don't mind my asking, what brings you to the city?
I've been here a while. The Baron sent me here. You might say I'm favored by him.
Baron is still around.
Of course he is. The reports of his death are highly exaggerated.
Owes as much as any of us can, die. Did he tell you why you needed to be here?
No, afraid not. I've just been lounging around the city, poking here and there. Got drugged to this place by that fool of a man, Johnny.
does have a way of growing on you.
Yeah. It was over a bet. I bet him I could take whatever, I could take one punch of his and wouldn't get knocked off my feet. He didn't think I could do it.
Did you lose?
He lost. He didn't knock me over.
Impressive. Have you learned to commune with the dead outside of this place?
I know. I talk with the Loa sometimes. I don't do a lot of the same as you all do. Most of my skills are more disposing of bodies, not the others. I can animate the corpses. Useful. I hate cleaning house.
Have you noticed anything strange or stranger since you've been here?
I mean, fucking look around you, man. This is, and he says something that you don't quite understand in the patois, the Jamaican patois. This is strange.
I suppose in some ways it reminds me of the family. Different, but similar enough.
It is.
Are you willing to join the fight in the city?
Tell you what, I don't really understand this whole reunion thing and what it means. I know we obviously are part of it because I'm not a corpse. Trust me, that was a nice improvement. I even got my nose back. I don't do a lot of fighting, but if you need some corpses, let me know. I can scrounge up a couple of them for you.
I'll do so.
They're
if you
useful.
need anything I can provide, feel free to ask.
Oh, now that I know you're here, I'll find you. Don't worry. I'll look you up.
Has the Baron been in the city recently?
I don't know. All I know is he spoke to me and told me to come here. In my head, man. My head.
Interesting. All right, well, do not allow me to ruin the evening with business.
It's a fun place, though.
It's certainly unique.
And we're going to flash back over to Sunday and Gwen. Mirsha looks up. He looks at Sunday, who's been in his lap. I was married once. Ages ago, it seems.
Oh, man.
Sadness.
Well, thanks for the seat.
It's fine.
Marsha, I didn't expect to see you here.
Of course not. But you talk of sadness. And yet you're in a sea of wonders. As I am. But sadness, doubt, fear makes you think strange things, doesn't it? Things you dare not even confess to your own soul.
And she like taps his hat. I might be a little too high for this conversation.
Sunday, that makes it more fun.
We are the Strigoli. We don't get high.
And what are you talking about, we?
We? Aren't we all a vampire?
Mm. Pets the side of his face. Not all of us. Not like that.
Well. And you say, Gwen, funny we are here. Do you not believe in destiny? Even the powers of time can be altered for a single purpose? And he gets a grin out of the side of his face when he says that, as if he's in on a private joke by saying that.
I don't know if you have the ability to really understand that, though. To my understanding, you aren't related to the daughters, and they're the ones that have their hands on the levers of fate, so to speak, or
I am not
the keys
related
of
to the
fate.
daughters. Fate is not theirs alone. They sing a song. It is music, but everything seems a song. Even the lupine over there, were he to howl, is a song. And what sweet music children of the night can make here. Fate is not theirs. Fate is all of ours, as is destiny.
So why does fate bring you here tonight as Sunday's seat?
It does seem right, doesn't it?
Well, you know, they say no one but a woman can help a man when he is in trouble of the heart. Perhaps tonight I am thinking of the one I was married to once long ago.
And how do you think her?
What do you mean I miss her? I will always miss her. At the time, I didn't realize it. That is the problem with time. Often you don't realize what you've lost until it's gone. Though even now, I can still remember her face. All these years, that will never go.
What happened to her?
She died.
Well, obviously.
I
Thank
fell.
you, Sunday.
I fell from the castle wall. You might say.
Well, what normal people say.
Normal people would say suicide.
Why?
Heartbroken. I'm afraid I was not a good man when I was younger.
And you're a good man now.
I strive and try.
Do
Tell-
you?
What makes a good man?
A willingness to change.
Mm.
You see, one who is inflexible and will not change will never be a good man because he can't react and make himself better.
And
Do
how do
you
you
really-
want to be better?
I don't think he really does.
Oh, I
His
do.
code of ethics never changes, though. You
My
have the
code
same rule
changes
set
all the
just as
time.
Hideo.
No. Hideo's is rigid, locked, inflexible.
So you follow no code. Some might say that's worse.
I follow what is right as much as I can.
And how do you define what's right?
You can't define it. You only know when you feel it. You do what feels right, what is important at the time. Here in this place, it was allowing her to have a seat.
Allow it.
I could have got up immediately.
He is right.
I could have spoiled it and immediately spoken to you. I know you do not like me. And I understand.
Do you?
Yes. But if you truly knew me, you would truly hate me.
What would I hate about you most?
What I've done.
To
No.
who?
I have more blood on my hands than you can ever understand.
Why don't you tell us the worst thing you've done then?
Yeah, I want to know. Still
That
petting
is a
his face.
secret I cannot tell. I do not
Why
wish to
not?
tell.
This is a safe place.
No,
We probably won't
reflects
even
too much
remember in the
upon me.
morning.
it'll give too much away of who I was. I cannot allow that anymore.
But who you are is not the same as who you are now.
And that is why I will not tell you.
But it might even. So, it'll either be A, we've realized you've changed and grown from the experience, or B, if you don't care what we think and don't like us, and this is from a strategy perspective, it'll give us a misperception of who you are and an inability to understand. And it'll cloud our judgment. So it really only benefits you if you tell us.
No. Maybe one day you'll figure it out and you'll understand why I cannot say the worst that I've done. Atrocities were committed.
Is it cannot or will not?
Both. You see, when you lock away the darkness within yourself, don't open the door. Don't let it back out. It'll consume you. That is the true secret. But since Sunday is not trying to murder me, would you like to dance?
Like dance?
Dance.
I don't really know how to dance.
I will lead then.
I don't like that.
It'll be a proper dance. Not this thing they're doing out there. And he waves to the people grinding out on the floor.
All right, new experiences.
And you can go back to
Atta
hating me
girl.
tomorrow.
I will.
Perfect. And he stands and takes his hat off and lays it on the table. And he actually props a cane against it. And he offers his arm to you.
Takes it.
And he leads you to a clear spot. The kind of dance he's doing is not what they're doing. It is it's almost archaic. He's got you at arm's length and he's dancing. It's almost formal ballroom dancing. Doesn't go with the music at fuck at all.
Poor Sunday is super awkward and has clearly never been led in a dance before. But she's trying. She's trying.
And Gwen, what are you doing when you see them dancing?
Max is probably playing the game and she's tired of interrupting him. And
There's a vacant seat now. You can hop in and take over from where Mirsha was playing.
how high is she still?
Pretty high.
Okay. She's gonna give Max a quick peck on the cheek and then hold her arms up to Dre for him to carry her and pick her up, and then he'll just let him take her places wherever
Okay.
she wants.
For Rashad,
Bo,
yes, Bo.
I would say Bo probably comes out, sees the open seat, and like hell's letting Gwen sit down and take
Okay.
seat at her table.
And Bo, you
Last
notice
time they played together.
Mirsha and Sunday almost doing a waltz out there.
Fuck.
Rashad, you notice it because The space clears around them because a waltz that kind of dance takes up a lot of space on the floor. It doesn't, you know. And I think even Kat notices it at some point, switching rooms to room, because Kat jumps room to room for all the fun.
Oh.
She don't want to miss any of the fun.
Oh, no. Her and Tanya and Johnny are having a ball.
Mirsha looks actually slightly taller than you, looks down, and tell me, what makes you sad?
Being alone?
Loneliness is something our kind are stuck with.
No, not anymore.
But it's always going to be there somewhere.
You're pretty alone.
I am.
Surrounded by people who just do what they think you want.
Not anymore. That was the old me. The one who is dead and buried.
But don't you still have servants?
The hunters? That does not mean I am not alone.
No, I know. You can't be friends if they just serve you.
They are dear to me. And they will always be dear to me.
What does that mean?
It means it hurts me every time one dies. Every time one gets hurt. Every time they are in pain. It hurts
So
me.
retire. You're retired from fighting, right?
Yes. But there's too many battles to be fought. For good. For the good of it all. It is a dangerous line to walk, and I understand that. But someone has to fight. Too many of our kind do not.
Mm-hmm.
They accept the status quo. They accept that they can't change it. They can't make it better.
Who gets to say what's right? You?
Tonight, in this place, I will let you say what is right, Mina.
What?
It is just a name.
Everybody just has extra names for people.
Names are transitory.
I've had one this whole time.
If you live long enough, you'll have many names.
Hmm.
Some will be celebrated. Some will be reviled. But there'll be many.
You know what feels right tonight?
What?
You stop being so boring.
So what would you like me to do? Would you like to hear of what it's like to see the sunrise over the Carpathians?
Nah. I want you to hear. I want you to tell me a joke.
A joke.
If you can.
I'm afraid I don't laugh very much. But you
can
wish to
tell.
hear a joke.
Yeah.
There was once a man who convinced a mortal to write a book.
Okay.
A book that should never have been written. A book that broke all the rules.
You
And
talking
yet,
about that Twilight one? Because I wasn't allowed to read it.
no. And yet, that book is what made him vilified. Now, the joke is, he did it on purpose. He knew it would upset them. He wanted to see how upset they could get, to thumb his nose at those who thought they were better than him.
Well, I guess if that's as close to a joke as you get, points for the end and being a rebel.
Rebel. I like that. That describes quite a bit of your friends as well.
Yeah. That's part of what I like about him.
I tell you, perhaps if we just continue to dance for a while, I will stop speaking, and then I won't bore you, and you can just enjoy the movement on the floor.
No. You can keep talking if you wanna. We can keep dancing.
Very well. And he tells you all kinds of odd things, places he's been. He talks of, the Carpathians. He talks of London. He talks of Scotland, Ireland, L.A., New York, Atlanta. He even mentions there's a Lich Queen now in Atlanta that rules the city.
The only thing she has anything to discuss about is Atlanta. Otherwise,
Sorry,
she is
Savannah
just like,
is where the Lich Queen rules now.
If you look over, you see Bo stripped down to his briefs. Pro tip, don't try using clairvoyance in a magical poker game.
That one's pretty obvious, Max says.
As Kat's going from one room to the, Bo, you're dressed for it now. Come play.
And Kat, now that you came out and saw that, you see Mirsha and Sunday dancing a waltz in a place where there should be no waltzing.
It's fine, whatever.
This place is balls to the waltz.
Yes.
not the weirdest thing happening right now.
So, as the night goes on, getting closer and closer to dawn, as the group leaves, I'm going to give you all one scene if you wish to have one together as you're leaving to go towards Havens, because, it's the end of the night. Y'all need to get to, even in this place, you have to find a place to rest.
Kat will have two quick things she does on her way out. She will advise Tanya that she needs to speak with her and Manuel as soon as possible.
Okay.
And then she tells Mirsha to meet her in a few nights' time, that she has something for him.
As you wish, my Katerina.
And she just heads out.
And as you go to leave, he bows to you, Sunday. It was enjoyable.
It looks really awkward for a second and then worst curtsy ever.
I look forward to your hate tomorrow.
Yeah, back to normal.
Of course. And I turn it over to the players as they're leaving the place, because it's easier to leave as a group. Because no one else has a car there because Johnny dropped you in the kidnap van except Kat. So you all have to ride with Kat.
And it has an SUV.
Yep, you all have to ride with Kat to leave.
Can Dre come with? Or Wynn offers Dre, since he's a Ravnos, to come back with her.
That's fine.
Okay.
Dre says he's got his vehicle. He'll meet you at your place.
Okay.
Thank you, you all had a good time.
It was weird. It was really weird.
What did you even talk about?
I didn't talk a whole lot. The world? What'd you do, Bo and Rashad? Y'all just kind of went off.
Bose
I
currently
spoke
is
with a
in his
cousin.
underwear, by the way. He didn't get his clothes back.
I didn't get it back? No, man.
You get to do the walk of shame.
I
Eyes up
spoke with
here.
one of our cousins.
My eyes are here.
Another of our cousins has joined the city. Apparently he's been here for a while. A child of the Baron. Which is something we should tread carefully. According to him, the Baron sent him here, which I was not aware the Baron was still around.
Okay, but like, what fun thing did you do?
It was fun. I thought so.
Well, he didn't have Becky here, so he had to find something new to do. Oh, sorry.
Who's Becky?
Cat, it literally, obviously clams up at that and doesn't say shit as she's driving.
A mortal enemy of ours who Rashad had a rendezvous with in...
She's got a pain kink and, likes to have him bite her.
Oh, okay.
That is true.
I mean, if it's the only way Rashad has fun, I have to encourage it.
I was going to save this news for a time when we were all a little more sober, but I met an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman who wanders the dreaming, or can wander the dreaming per se, and he let me know that the labyrinth you spoke of, or that we've discovered, someone's tapping into the dreaming to make it move and change.
Is that how Zelios does it?
Apparently.
Interesting, because the one here isn't the only one that does that. All of his labyrinths do that.
I would assume all of it is the dreaming.
How does
And
he do that?
He didn't elaborate.
It's something distinguished within, obviously, from everything I've heard, Zelios is a singular fucking genius when it comes to architecture. A savant. And those within his bloodline, like actual direct descendancy of him, are able to tap into some of his capabilities. But as far as how he did that, no telling. He's a freaking savant. If we were to meet him, he probably wouldn't be able to explain it to us in a way we'd understand.
My acquaintance did say that while he and his kind would not be willing to help us navigate it, I think for obvious reasons, they're not particularly fond of our kind. He said those that could walk the spirit plane might be able to do it. So maybe one of our werewolf friends, or...
Yeah, wolves do that. I kind of tie into it a little bit with my sorcery.
He alluded maybe a mage could.
A mage, mages I think can too.
I think Max could. You sat next to him at the game.
Which one of the spirit worlds?
He very specifically said wraiths were not. It was a different thing to where the wraiths are.
It's like what Vlad does. He talks to spirits, but they're not ghosts. They are other. They are higher realm, I guess you could say. They are tied to the land. They are tied to other things.
Something to think about, I suppose.
Were we supposed to think up code names?
Why do you ask that?
I don't know. People just kept calling me different names.
Well, Johnny just gives everyone a nickname.
Yeah, he calls me honey because he says I'm a honey badger.
I like that.
I call him Hawk because he's a fucking ham.
What other names were you given? If I may ask.
Well, Johnny called me Belle, and then there was Mina, and then
Mina?
I think
When was
Nina?
that? I was with
Nina.
you
Maybe
the
it was
whole time.
at some point when I wasn't with you.
So,
Your dance
Mirsha.
part.
Okay.
Is he gonna like murder me or something?
There's certain things that are kind of infamous within my clan. Mina Harker, from Bram Stoker's Dracula, real person,
Sure.
real person. Embraced by Dracula. Yes, Dracula's real too. He's a Zamitsi.
Was I not that off base when I said, when we first met him, his name?
He gave the name of Dracula's brother.
He might have said Nina.
Is there anything else that could be? What else did he say?
So much stuff. All the places he went in the world.
Well, I can tell you right now, Mina Harker's still around. Dracula is too somewhere. Hell, Mirsha could be Dracula. Who the fuck knows? But look,
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm real sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Did I hear you ask him for a joke?
Yeah, sure did.
I'm sure he's chock full of jokes.
His joke was about a book.
So, a bad joke.
He did his best, I'm sure.
What was the book?
Well, he didn't name it, just said that the author was being real rebellious in writing it. Like that was the punchline.
Is it clear, or does Sunday not remember, or is she holding back more than?
She thinks she is giving you all of the pertinent
Okay.
information.
Okay. So it's not intentional. Got it.
No,
It was very high.
it wasn't. I asked if it was Twilight. He said no. It was one of them other vampire books. I don't know. I don't know the names of any other ones.
I know many, but I don't know why they would be jokes. Regardless, it sounds like you had a good time.
It's all right.
Do you
That was
hate him
not
as
how I
much
thought it
now?
would go. Well, I guess I'll find out tomorrow.
Hey, Sunday.
Yeah.
What did the mama buffalo say to her kid before he went off to church?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Bye, son.
I love it. Thank you, Bo.
You're welcome.
It's a way better joke.
She wanted a joke.
Okay, I am dropping these high as fuck kids off.
Isn't Jen staying with, well, you and
She
also
can if she
Frank
wants
and-
to, or whatever she wants to do. She can stay with Kat. That's fine. If she's coming home, she's going, yeah. The Kat's just like, okay, I can't deal with the high shit.
Gwen's got to be dropped off at her place because she
Yeah.
got a date.
Yeah. And she'll drop Rashad back off at where they met up and all that. And I know Bo's staying at her place, so she'll take the two that are staying with her home.
Yeah, because the kids have been missing the Bo chef cooking there.
Yeah.
So, as the coterie goes to separate, do you need any private talk with Bo and Sunday now that you've got them alone in the vehicle, or are we good?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Kat's got shit on her mind, though, now.
Well, you're supposed to meet
Is
with him.
Vlad Tepes fucking helping her out? What the fuck?
You got a meeting in a few days. I guess you got questions now.
Yeah, she's ballsy and will be fucking bold and just flat out ask him.
I think as they go, though, while Bo's not trying to, he starts hearing just a whisper of the music in the back of his head.
The music you hear is a waltz. Almost matches the dance that you saw tonight. Though you know it means a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So, as the coterie settles in, because it is daylight coming, at least. Right here, everybody, is where we're going to end. Season 4, Episode 4, not even a halfway point, almost, of Kansas City, a Domain Divided. And I'd like to thank my players. XP for tonight. I don't know. Let me see here. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to give you all 4 for tonight. I just rolled a die. See what I wanted to give any kind of bonus. See? Nice, relaxing night. Cat had a lot of fun. Johnny's got horns on the wrong side of his head again. Now he's going to have to...
She so left them that way.
Oh, yeah. I know she did. He might even let them grow back out and not shave them so they're on the back just to fuck with people.
They're like going back like this.
If it lasts for more than 4 hours, he should call a doctor.
Yep. If the horns last more than 4 hours, call a doctor for both of you.
Dr. Riccozzi.
Yep. Gwen has got Dre waiting at her place for her.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday's got, I don't know, she's probably going to hate him tomorrow. It's okay. That happens a lot. Hate him the next morning. Now, please, everybody, join us on the Discord. The cast of this show comes from the Discord. The cast of all of our shows come from the Discord. And I know right now, I forgot to mention this last time, there is an open casting call for guests in Dr. Tiss's Call of Cthulhu game. She's looking for guest players that want to play Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a chance to, play once in a while. Though a lot of her guests end up being, longer term players. That's how your Any got in there. He was your Any the game, not your Addy the game. See, that's how that worked. So yeah, please join us on the Discord, everybody. And of course, if you want to catch our back episodes, not just of this one, but of all of our streams, because let me tell you, we've got lots of World of Darkness content. We got 2 concurrent vampire games right now, but we also have lots of, non World of Darkness stuff. We just had a Delta Green file finish up. Mama's got Bluebeard's Bride, Monster of the Month, which is her Monster of the Week cereal. She's done Monster Hearts. I mean, we got lots of not just World of Darkness stuff. We got stuff for whatever you like to see. So check that out. Now, if you want to get you some studio merch, get merch, whatever. I'm sure we'll come up. We'll eventually add more merch to the store. Not that it matters because, buy it or don't. It's just there in case people wanted something. They took away the one thing that did sell, which was Steve Perry Cursed My Dice. They made us take it off the store because apparently they thought we meant actually Steve Perry of Journey and not your Any Cursed My Dice. I don't know why, but Steve Perry has to do with vampire. So yeah. Now, of course, if you want to see some amazing content creator, check out our friends list. Matter of fact, we're going to start right over here with Red. What you got going on, Red?
I haven't streamed in a bit, but I swear I'm gonna stream on Sunday unless life fucks me over. And I'll be on my own channel.
So if you're on our Discord, you'll get notified. Check that out. Ree, let everybody know what you got going on.
Hi everyone. Currently we are on break. Though we will be putting some reruns up soon. But March, we will be starting up our new D&D campaign, the Golden Sands, where a new group gets to explore a desert country.
Is there going to be any more bite me spider mommies in that one?
I would say no, but I have no control over that, so who knows?
Just curious. And then, of course, Den of Thieves down there Sunday over at DMD Daddy RPG. What you got going on?
We've got a werewolf game, Woo, and we will be starting up an Everyday Heroes Ghostbusters game this upcoming week.
But if they're asked whether they're a god, are they going to say yes?
They better.
No, you don't just say yes. You say, yes, I'm yours.
Just remember, hello, my name is Ask Your Mom.
Ask your mom. Or call me daddy.
Yep. So check that. If you want to see Ravenous Archon, he's our mage storyteller. Hint, that's coming up after the Changeling season is over. Mage will be kicking off. He's our mage storyteller. You see him every Wednesday night in all of our Wednesday night shit. Check out Ravenous Archon's channel. If you want to check out Junie Von Esch, queen of our stitching bitch, pop over to her channel. She does a lot of stitching, and it's Junie. I mean, who can go wrong with a little more Junie in their life, So check that out, everybody. Trying to make sure. Oh, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. I want to thank P. Dorat for 5 gift subs this episode. Thank you, Aardvark. He's a longtime supporter of the channel. He's been around since the beginning, actually. Found us when we were doing DC of all things. So, good guy. We like Aardvark. But bits and donations that go to the players. You want to support the studio, pop over to our coffee, buy Mama a coffee. Because after the shit tonight, even though she got to relax, now she's got shit on her mind even more. She's like, holy shit, buy her a coffee. She needs one. And of course, if hey, money's tight, especially with a 25% tariff about to hit on Canadian and Mexican goods coming in. It's free if you go over to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. That's free. Hey, we have no tariffs on the YouTube comments, okay? Though there is a YouTube membership you can do. For $10 a month, you can own 1 square inch of the McStabber Studios carpet. No actual ownership transferred. You can be lord of 1 square inch of McStabber Studios carpet with no actual ownership implied. It says that right in it. Just to make fun of the buy a title companies. I did that, yes. And now my lovely wife can give you the schedule.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. And tomorrow, we do not have a 3 p.m. stream because Tiss is still on break, but she'll be coming back very soon. But at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Junie running Chicago Hidden City, a V5 chronicle set in 2010 in Chicago. And you'll want to join us for that. And then on Wednesday, we have at 8 p.m. Eastern, Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass. It's a Changeling 20th Anniversary Edition chronicle. We are currently in season 3, and it has been a lot. A lot. Yeah, a lot.
I think Uncle Oski's learning getting his memory back isn't always a good thing.
Well, it's great. It's great. It's sunshine and rainbows and kittens, yeah.
It's Changeling. It's always rainbows.
Yeah. Even ones that fuck you, not the fun way. And and then on Thursday, there's no stream because Delta Green finished up last night. But on Friday, we will be back here at 8 p.m. Eastern with the next session of Kansas City, A Domain Divided. And I'm pretty sure things are going to get intense again after this fun episode because that's how Shanky rolls. And
no, it'll be smooth sailing. I'm saving it for episode 6.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that. And of course, Call of Cthulhu will be back on February 8th, which is not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. So Call of Cthulhu will be back at 3 p.m. on Saturday, February 8th.
Hopefully Tiss gets me an intro for it so I can put it in the intro reel.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But if you're in our Discord, the room description for cult stuff has the date that it's returning posted as the room description.
Yep. So get ready. There'll be new characters because the players are all creating new characters. Apparently John Graves survived.
Ooh.
John Greaves, he survived through it. So I guess Ravenous Archon's demon actually did get to exist because John Greaves survived. because he's a descendant of John Greaves. So, it happens. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, I want to tell you, mental health, it's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take not just your mental health seriously, but the mental health of others seriously. Check in on those around you. Make sure they're okay. A lot of people aren't. The world is fucked up right now. Not just this country, which is pretty fucked up, but the whole world is fucked up. And it's rough on people. So please check in, make sure they're okay. Because a lot of people are not. And if you suffer from mental health issues, first of all, it's okay to not be okay. But I want you to reach out to your support network. And if you don't feel you can, or if you are in crisis, look in chat. There's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be a professional on the other end to help you out. And if you're not in the U.S. or you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to findahelpline.com, put in your country of origin, and find out the support lines for your country. Because let me tell you, buddy, mental health is health, and we want you to take care of yourselves. We're very serious about that. And now I can turn it over to Mama because she's got some fire and brimstone stored up. She always does. That's why I love her.
All right. Take care of your mental well-being, y'all. It's all right not to be all right, but do rely on those that want to help you, such as those crisis lines if you are in crisis for real. Because it's important, if you're not doing okay, that you let people that want to help you. Okay, that's real important because you are not alone. And there are people that do care. Also, take care of your physical well-being. The mental and the physical, they go together. I'm Mom McStabber, I'm a registered nurse. And when I am working as a nurse, I don't just treat the physical, I treat the whole person. Because it's all together in a package. And you need to take care of your physical well-being by doing things like getting vaccinated. Because herd immunity is important. You need to get checked out when you have issues. You need to take your meds, drink water, stay hydrated, get some sunshine when you can, manage any chronic conditions you have because that's important to do. Comply with, things you need to do to keep yourself as healthy as possible. And, I understand if health is an issue that it can be a huge issue and it can wear on your mental well-being too. So
practice self-care or self-care.
So yeah, practice self-care for real as best as you can because they both go so closely hand in hand for real. And lastly, I'm going to say that if that fucking anti-vaxxing fucking conspiracy theorist, insane fucking man becomes director of Health and Human Services, you're going to see a broken U.S. healthcare system completely shatter into pieces. For real. And all of this was brought about due to our recent election here in the U.S. And I'm going to say, if you had anything to do with that happening, whether it was voting, not just for the felon, but for Republican majorities in both houses of Congress, voting third party as a protest, or abstaining when you could have voted, go to hell. I wouldn't piss on you to put you out if you were on fire. Said with all sincerity.
And let me tell you, people, it's going to get worse before there's even a chance of it getting better. Buckle up.
Yeah. Welcome to the age of Aquarius, everyone. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Buckle up. I do thank you all for coming. Good night, everybody.